in this session, one more important question that we all are facing is what is the process to expedite the EAD process? If somebody is really have to, like if someone has to really have to go through the H4 EAD process, if they are new, I think there's a lot of nervousness around. So what is the update? How can we speeden it up? What is it? What is the real situation? So can you explain?
Yeah, okay. So the expediting of the process is still there. There are various reasons. I think most of like everyone who has applied and waiting for it might know about it. And one of the main thing that USCIS considers, which I feel is like if you request them on the basis that if your in health insurance that is going to be depending completely on your employer and you have the proof of it and then provide it to them, that is helping. Even though they said the driver's license and all the other criteria can be a possible reason, but not much is working out. So one other quick tip we can say that is, you can, if it's closer to your expiry date and you don't have an option, even for the 180 days might not work well because other criteria is involved over here. So I would definitely say that you just go ahead and request for the expedite processing, even though they are going to be denying it and they are not going to be. But we see that as long as your case has been taken out, and then we see that better than the regular processing timeline, some of them are able to get the approval sooner than the regular processing time that has been listed. And one more other one, it might be little technical details involved, but I just can quickly say that in one of the service center that is really backlogged with the EAD process is the California Service Center. Most of you know the processing timeline absolutely takes more than 13 months to 15 months actually. That's one of the longest. So even though the Nebraska and the other service centers states that, but we have seen approvals coming in very quick when compared to the other service center. At the same time, you don't have a choice because there is absolutely the filing has to be done the way that they have listed on the USCIS website. You can't have it, you cannot choose the service center. But there are certain things you can consider instead of if your spouse, whoever the other person, H1B primary person, H1B has to be applied to the California Service Center. For example, I'm just saying this. Still, you can hold on to the applying your H4 and the H4 EAD along with the H1B.
Okay.
So once you apply the after the approval of the H1B, if you are to apply the H4 and the H4 EAD, it goes to a different service center. So there is this might be a little tricky. You have to make sure that you do it to the proper service center. My request is you can't just assume that this is what going to be, but there are certain ways which can help you in case if you're applying after the approval or along with the approval, where it goes, there is something that you can consider. But talk to your attorney, whoever is filing, so that way they can guide you better. Certain people, I have seen, so many of the H4 and H4 EADs who has to quit their so good of an employment just for the reason that they are not able to get the approval of the EAD. So for those people, consider all those other choices if it's available for you. And then I would say just go for it.
Okay. So there is a hope provided you have an approval of the H1B already. But better to talk to an attorney
and then decide about it. See, for example, if it's with the Nebraska Service Center, then it's better for you to apply together. H1B, H4 and then the H4 EAD because all of them goes to the same service center, which is also faster when compared to the other service center. But if you apply it with the Nebraska Service Center separately, it goes to California Service Center or somewhere. So you have to make sure how it works.
So this case is especially for the California
Service Center to avoid it, because that's a very long delay which we see it, and that's the delay we are looking at it actually.
So thank you for that update.